Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Chicago did it.
Yeah!
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, your leak ass, love fame, I'm on wall, got the same, 4 wrong. 4 wrong, DP. 4 wrong. I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, nigga. 4 wrong. Pussy ass, purple ass nigga, man. 4 wrong. Nigga, your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scared rag, coward ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah. All these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. Cause you a dumb ass, scared ass boy, little body bitch. Damn. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know, nigga, don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass shit till I rock it, you little body bitch. I'ma judge your ass like I.S.U.P.K, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, Yahanna, you little body bitch. And I switch nigga on that thought, you little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that bar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that I.S.U.P.K, you little body bitch. Need a princess part bar, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got it, be right, you mad, get stoned, work hard, get play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, we jazz, love fame, all war, not same.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Chicago did it.
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
done messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. You ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Chicago did it.
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking the moment they are called. Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughters safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it. I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me. I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraph, so forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to give salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud, it's gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid, plus 10. Put me in the Supermax, I get super jacked, working out every day, canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe, my brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave they all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think, I won't do it for them? Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
Yo, what about the bomber clock to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog we beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, lay down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we will make it step if they don't. But at the same old, said them want smoke but the grab a done flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convertible drop top still have a sunroof. The dog them roll strap you want proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway my dogs go in the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, Send the pussy them, but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we's them that. Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they ass up, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend, but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a fi bus. And all who a flip up and a lip up a fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy bus, one her belly stuff with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not from Billy. Anywhere me dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we's them dad.
You have some Sabraka thumb. You have some Sabraka thumb. Could you all hear me?
Can.
All right, most in Christ. Is the audio coming through to while I was having some issues with the mic?
Song into on the sensor.
Okay, most in Christ. Most in Christ. Yahweh Shem Sabraka thumb. Yahweh Shem thumb. Bashem Yahweh Shai. Tonight we in DC for the scripture breakdown class. Clap it up. Clap it up. Let's give the Lord a hand too for all this weather. All this weather we getting, this good weather we getting, that's, you know, out this world, absolutely insane weather. You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna get into it tonight. There's a lot going on in the world, in the city of DC. I mean, just in Israel, out of Israel, everywhere. Like the Lord is making moves on all fronts. You know what I mean? Tonight, of course, we're gonna get some. We're gonna get into our questions. Let me see if Bukwash, do you have Ragashi Allah's number?
Kind of what, sir?
Okay. You have it?
I'm a little jammed up with it. Yeah, I have the number. But
okay. But that's too wild though. I might need to just drop out and just help him because he's trying to get in.
Kind of what?
All right, and you just drop back in right after.
Kind of what, sir?
That'll work.
Kind of what, sir?
Give him a shout because he literally new to with the StreamYard. Just give him a shout. Just walk him through it. I think he's using his phone.
Kind of what?
All right, just give him a shout how to walk him through it, and he should be Tawab. All right.
Kind of what, sir?
All right. So we're gonna get into it. Of course, if you have any questions, anybody, just type them in the chat. For me, Shapat, also too, before you ask a question, if you could monitor the chat for me. I think you have a laptop, right? Just monitor the chat for me. I'm gonna try to, see what I could do on this end too, to pull the questions up on the screen as well. All right. Okay. So if anybody have any questions or anything, and of course look for hecklers too. I know we had a few special guests this week. They love the UPK so bad. Them old sodomites and purple sodomites. They're pretending to be Arabs now. So you just be on the lookout. Let me know. All right. You had a question?
Sir. Can I get a breakdown on Baksha? Can I get a breakdown on Amos 9 and 7?
Okay, Amos 9 and 7.
Sir.
Okay, no sweat. All right. Whenever you have it, let me know. All right.
Sir. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7.
Okay.
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord?
Okay.
Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Kir?
Okay. Let me ask you this, right? Is this for a battle, or is this just somebody asking you? Because usually this comes up in a battle.
Sir. I thought so last night as well, but it was just a brother. It was a brother that just asked. You know, he was quite polite about it. So I I didn't even think to ask if he was a brother. He wasn't coming with anything. He just
No sweat. A general breakdown, no sweat. Okay, even him asking, I think it's because somebody's trying to tell him that heathens could be saved, that heathens have mercy. That's usually how this comes up. But of course, I'll definitely treat it in general, all right? So let's say where you at again, one more time.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7.
Okay. Go ahead, please, Axelaki.
Sir. Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me? O children of Israel, saith the Lord, have not I brought up Israel of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Kaphor, Kaphtor, and the Syrians from Kir?
All right. So what does it sound like it's saying? Let's start there.
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians? It sounds like the precept where it says that the Amorites are your mother and the other is your father. Basically, you're acting like the Ethiopians. You're the children.
Okay, that's not what it sounds like it's saying. That's not what it sounds like it's saying. Anybody else want to try it? What does it sound like it's saying?
It's like, if I may.
Come on, Kazak.
Like it's the Most High talking to the Ethiopians.
And what is he saying?
That he's calling the Ethiopians his children, his people. That's what it sounds like.
Right. It sounds like he's saying the Ethiopians are his. Are ye not? Read it again, Shapat.
Sir. Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel?
Right. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel? Like in just right there, without understanding or the concept of it, it sounds like he's saying the children of the Ethiopians are mine, like you are mine. That's what it sounds like it's saying. That's what Christians believe. That's what most people who would read this believe. And this is also proof that the English language, or not just English language, but any language, there's context. There's context, and also there's a filter on how people read. Right? Everybody reads through a filter. Everybody looks at things through a filter. Right? And you got to make sure that the filter you're looking at it in, or what we would say in the UPK, which is you're not looking at it in the right spirit, or you're not looking at it from the Lord's perspective. So as people come to look at this thing here, they're looking at it with the filter of Christianity on their mind. Are you not unto me like the children of the Ethiopians? Aren't you like every other child? That's how it sounds. It sounds like it's saying that, but that's not what it's saying. Right? That's not what it's saying. That's what most everybody would assume it says, or would try to come up against the doctrine of the Lord with what it says, against the truth of the Lord, with how the Lord only prefers Israel. All right, so run it down again one more time. Please, come on.
So
also, like if anybody have a question, sometimes I might see you raising your hand on the side. So just say Salakia. I'll get to you, all right?
So
go ahead.
Taking another shot at it. So it's saying like the Ethiopians treat their children a certain special way, and the Lord is saying he treats us that same way.
Salakia. No, that's not what it's saying. Definitely not saying that part. All right. But you get the first thing with how it could look like that's what it's saying. All right. So read it one more time again from 7.
So the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel?
Mm-hmm.
Saith the Lord. Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Kir?
Mm-hmm. So now, okay, what he's saying here is, even though we are the children of Israel, we are behaving like the Ethiopians. You understand? That's what he's saying. He's saying we are behaving like the Ethiopians. He's like, are you not unto me like the Ethiopians? Like you behaving like you ain't my children. Don't forget, I brought you up out of here. I brought you up out of this land. I brought you up out of that spot. You get the point? You understand what he's saying? You get it now? So that's really that's what he's coming down with. All right, that's what he's coming down with. You understand what he's saying?
It's like if I made it, that's
sure.
I was like, is it a precept to where we were saying your mother is the Amorites and your mother's the Amorites and your father's the Hittites? It's a precept like that where he was saying you're acting like them.
Okay, not so much. I believe that precept you're talking about is talking about coming out of the land, if I'm not mistaken. I might have to you might have to pull that for me to see if that correlates. But I don't think that's what this is talking about. All right. This here is like let me see another precept like this where John 8:44. Give me that. Give me John 8:44. All right. If anybody else have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to the brothers who on laptops, just please pay attention to the chat for me. All right. I might miss some of them questions. I'm trying to monitor it all the way through. You ought to forgive me tonight if I do miss any questions, but you'll type the questions in there. Even if you type your question in early on and the class is progressing, just retype your question in. I'll definitely double back on it. All right. Hey, to water too. Okay.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
That's more so what he's saying here with the Ethiopians. Are you not like the children of the Ethiopians? You get the point? Like that's it. Like he's chastising them for behaving, us, I should say, for behaving like the Ethiopians. And it's not far-fetched, right? It's not at all far-fetched. How do I know it's not far-fetched?
Sir, can you repeat that?
What's the proof that it's not far-fetched when he says, are ye not like the children of the Ethiopians?
Oh, because that's he's saying like it's a parental thing, like you're learning from them.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But like how, and I try not to give it to you. Give me some more proof that it's not us behaving like the Ethiopians is not far-fetched. Adania gave it to you. And when I say it, everybody gonna kick the damn self. All right. The sister Amanabad say we are like them today. You onto it, sis, but I want it. I want the full proof. Officer Hawa say we act like the heathens today. Hawa, you supposed to come with a better answer than that, Hawa. You right, but
so like if I may, sir.
Come on, Kazak, bring it home, please, Ak.
It's still to this day, there's a whole religion that is based on Haile, Selassie, I, and I, and
Holy
Benjamin.
Emmanuel, I, Selassie, I, and Selassie have 19 I, and the half has never been told.
Right.
Till this day, Ak. Till this day. You get the point?
Okay.
Are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me? Like it's not that far-fetched when you actually take the filter off of your eyes. And not just for you, Shapa. It's in general. You take the filter off them eyes, brother, and that mind. you could start to see things. You could read the Bible and just the Bible talk to you. Just it's saying back to you what it is. But because of Christianity, we read the Bible and we think, a snake is talking. You get the point? And then we go right outside and call somebody who we know, man, you a snake. And don't put the two together. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
It's very important to take that filter off. And the general always told me this: in a battle, right? In a battle with somebody, if you have to battle somebody or defend something, the Bible is wide and vast, and there's no telling what precept you might come across. There's no telling what precept you know from the others, what breakdown you know. But what do you know? There's some fundamentals you do know in the Bible. What do you know?
Slaki, that the Lord only loves us, the children of Israel.
The Lord only loves the children of Israel. What else you know?
Salvation is only for us.
Salvation is only for the children of Israel. What else you know?
That the heathens, he thinks the heathens are spittle and as nothing.
The heathens are spittle. All that is down there the same. There's other things you know. Anybody?
Slaki, sir.
Go ahead, Matthew. I'm gonna come to you, Bakwash.
Christ is black.
You know Christ is black. What else you know?
Slaki, sir.
Go ahead, Shah.
Reincarnation is real.
You know reincarnation is real. Shah, you're coming through strong and mighty there, boy. God damn. I almost look around when you say Slaki. Like, damn. I used to hear in the echo. Most High Christ, man. You know reincarnation is real. So there's certain fundamental things you know. Hold on, Black Dazzle come with the trump card. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Give that a hand. Give that a hand, brother. That there will save you. That's your 12 gauge shotgun. That's your 12 gauge shotgun. You pull that out, brother. You clear the room with that shit. That's that. You get the point? So there's certain fundamental things you know. So even if you see a precept that sounds one way, you know the other way. You know that thing, and from that you could walk your way back to that thing, or you just present that foundation, present them that basic milk all the way until you get to class, till you get the full breakdown. Now, of course, this wasn't this case with you, Shapat, but I'm just saying in general. If a precept sounds like it's, the Lord loved the heathens, it sounds like it's, mercy for everybody. It sounds like the white man is not the devil. They come with somebody else and say he's the devil. The alien coming in space, that's the devil. You know that thing to be absolutely false and without any validity at all. You get the point?
Slaki, sir.
Go ahead, please.
I got that precept that I was asking about.
Hold on, Slaki. Bakwash, did I get you?
I was going to say that Joseph had sex with Mary to make Christ.
Oh, shit. Bakwash, Slaki. To water for that. That has to be applauded at because, brother, I mean, the amount of issues the black families have today, it relates all the way back to that myth. The dishonoring of your father. The dishonoring of your father, it's the root of every single problem in the black community, right? And of course, the dishonoring comes from the white man who is the devil. You get the point? But you put them fathers back in that hole, Mark. Then all of a sudden, we ain't got no YN problem no more. We ain't got none of that problem no more. You get the point? We ain't got no problem with those people who come to school with them firearms, the school shooters. We ain't gonna have them problems no more. Because the YN's gonna be in the school like, nigga, hold up, what you doing? You get the point? It's gonna be a difference. You see like how you see all the videos with the YNs doing the rear ending and robbing people and this and that. Imagine you had a group of young brothers who stopped crime with that fervor. Stop the drug dealing, stop the school shooters. That could happen if the fathers is in the home and all. That could surely happen. If the fathers is right there raising them up. So that their Immaculate Conception is that definitely one of them. All right. Who was saying that? Shapat or Mathea? Mathea, are you?
I was talking about the
Go ahead.
I found the precept I was talking about. See if it's just like it. Book of Ezekiel chapter 16. If I could start at 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say, Thus saith the Lord God unto Jerusalem, Thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother a Hittite.
Mm-hmm.
And as for thy nativity, in the day thou was born, thy navel was not cut, neither was thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou wast not salted at all, nor swaddled at all.
Okay. And what was you saying this for?
I'm saying, like, would this be a precept to the Egyptian one? Not Egyptian, the Ethiopian one, as far as we were acting like them, because right in down, verse 8 said,
I wouldn't. Go ahead.
Verse 8 said he took us and washed us off. He saw us pass by us and washed us off, and then he made us into a great nation. When we, at first we was acting like them.
Okay, I wouldn't use this. Once again, a battle is a fight.
Okay.
You get the point? I wouldn't use this. This could lead you to have to explain a lot more. Read the first part.
Come, sir. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say, Thus saith the Lord God unto Jerusalem, Thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite.
All right. So now, when let's say I'm the Christian, you see, it says right there, your father was an Amorite, your mother was a Hittite. Them is not Israelites. What would you say?
In the same sense, because we were acting like them.
Yeah, but it don't say that though. You don't say that. Now you have to go explain it back. You understand what I'm saying? Like the John 8 and 44, even if they say that, you could just go a few verses above and he's talking to Israelites. You understand? He's talking to Israelites saying that they are of their father, the devil. Who's the father of Israelites? Jacob. Is he calling Jacob a devil? No. And you start to break it down from there. This one, now you could use it if you want to. It's every brother has skills and techniques in a battle. That's fine. Me, I wouldn't use it. It's a little bit too much. It's thing like, okay, it's not an exhibition, at least for me. Of course, different brothers have different ways they would battle something. I'm trying to crush this thing as fast as possible so I can start teaching the people who listening. You get the point?
Of course.
So it's up to you. You could pull it, but I would go for the more simple ones. I would go for the more simple ones, the easier ones. I'm trying to think of some extra ones now. Anybody have any other one that comes to mind quickly? If not, we just move on, right? But I think these simple ones, that John 8 and 44 is I think that's simple enough. You get it one? I think that one is, it's comparing the children of Israel, saying you are of your father the devil, you like saying a son of a bitch. It's saying you so much a bitch, it's like a bitch was your mother. You are of your father the devil. Your father is you a devil. You're the son of the devil. You get the point? Like that's more straight to the point. But you could use the other one if you want to. There's a potential for you're gonna have to break it down way more. You understand? There's a potential for that, especially with a Christian, because this is the other thing. This is what you have to understand too, and everybody. Christians fight for the heathens with tremendous fervor and vigor and excitement, tremendous energy. You are going to have to swing that sword with the same energy. It can't be it can't be, well, I want to show this precept off, or it can't be I'm gonna walk him down. It has to, you got to come back the same way, and sometimes twice as hard, because they are just a ridiculous group of people. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody understand? You could leave your mics unmuted too if your background is decent. That way I could hear your reply without a delay. If you have noise in the background, of course, you couldn't mute. It's too wild. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Shalagi, sir. Prison officer Hawa pulled Zephaniah 2 and 12.
Zephaniah 2 and 12. I'll take that as that. Now, this would be a backup. This would be a backup after you done break down the whole thing with the Ethiopian. Right? This would be a backup. Go ahead.
Going to it now, sir.
All right, or somebody else could grab it too. Whoever have it first, go ahead and read.
Zephaniah 2 and 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
Right? Now, of course, if Zephaniah say ye Ethiopians also will be slain by my sword, in Amos it says, are ye not unto me like the Ethiopians? So is the Lord going to slay the children of Israel with his sword?
Nah, sir.
Nah. You get the point? So you could go there right after with this. I done had this battle a whole lot, especially with, guess who? In fact, only with, guess who? Exactly. And not just Benjamin. You give me the specific one. The Rastafarians and the real holy Emmanuel I Selassie I, they think they hold Selassie I briefcase out. They think they Selassie I official, statesman. Now, that's who I've had this battle with for the most part. And brother, they defend Ethiopians like Ethiopians don't even defend themselves like this. You get the point? So that's where I would go with it. I would do it in a way where it's more straight to the point and not having too much of segues or exits where a man or a woman could, now the focus is on this precept or pull. Is you don't open the portal now to break down a whole lot more than you really needed. All right. Anything else? Come on with it.
And what you said is so true, sir. I had a battle with a Rastafarian on this whole Ethiopian thing, and they started lying on the Bible. He was like, yeah, because Queen Sheba and Solomon had sex, and this is and that. I was like, no. Give me the scripture that says that this happened. And he was like, no, it's common history. I was like, give me the scripture. And then he couldn't give me the scripture. He was like, but everybody knows this is what happened. I was like, I don't know that. And so I need you to prove to me that happened. Like you said, so they'll lie just to make it fit their love for those beloved Ethiopians in their eyes.
Exactly.
And they pull that scripture too in Amos.
Yeah, they definitely will. They definitely will. It's they'll go to the ends of it, and their love for the heathen, and not just their love, I'd say our love, because the Christians love white Jesus, the Muslims love that false prophet Muhammad, and that no God Allah. They love that, and their love is birthed from a strong self-hatred. So now when you go and you start to cut apart the people who really the religion represents, those of us who love that God take it personal, like if you're talking to them, because now they don't take on what?
Sir.
Come on, Shapat.
They took on the spirit of them. And everything
they took on the spirit of them. I'll take that. Something else. Who knows? Give it to me with a precept if you could.
Salaki, sir. What was the question one more time, sir? Salaki.
I'm saying those of our people who love the heathen that much with such vigor, it comes from a tremendous self-hatred.
Okay.
And when you go and attack their God, our people take it personal as if they are the people because they have done taken on what?
Covering It's like Isaiah 30:1.
Let me hear you.
Kawakan. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
I'll take that. I'll take that. That's not the one I was looking at, but I'll take that one. That one is for sure close second. There's another one.
Kawakan.
It's like for me.
Uh-huh.
I paraphrase until I find what's name, but Adam and Eve, when they took on the covering, and you know they tried, when the Lord came about, they tried to cover themselves with the leaves, basically the culture.
That's what you want, the fig leaves, because remember that's what drove is the Adam and Eve had peer pressure. You'll go check out Command John Yahanna tape. Adam and Eve peer pressure. They had that peer pressure of trying to be like the other nations, wanting to be like the other nations. And it's something in us. It's something in us that, you know, it's unless you, again, remove that filter off your eyes, off your mind, free yourself from that shit, you will forever compare yourself to the heathens. You will always compare yourself like they would be the standard for us. Without the truth, without the UPK and the Spirit of the Most High in Christ that comes out of the school, your life will always be measured by the success of the heathens. Always. How do I know? Jackie Robinson was what? Was he the first black man to ever swing a baseball bat? But he was the first amongst the heathen. You understand? Barack Obama, so-called black man, we know he's an African. Was he America's first president? No, but he was first among the heathens, even though he is a heathen. But how our people look at it, that's what I'm talking about. Like, we celebrate the first of us to sit amongst the heathen. Meanwhile, there's brothers and sisters busting their ass in our neighborhoods with businesses and ideas and education and skill set and trades, and we don't celebrate them as if they're the greatest goddamn thing on the earth. But the minute they go sit in a white room, oh my gosh, celebrate, get a name the street after them. You get the point? Like, we always go after that type of thing, and it's a very dangerous practice, and it's something, once you recognize it, you remove that from your spirit like a cancer, like a tooth, like a bad tooth. Rip it out of your soul, because it's going to make you a servant to these heathens. Go ahead.
Like, we got another precept in the chat.
Come on with it.
Preaching Officer Wall said identity, Ephesians 2:11.
Let me hear it.
Sir. Ephesians.
You have three young, you have two troopers and one young man in here. You all the troopers and the young brother. When they call for the precept, grab it quickly and read. All right, that way you could practice for camp. Especially you brothers who have not been to camp just yet. You want to use this time to practice for camp, grabbing them precepts quickly. And read. You could, in this case, you would raise your hand if you're in class, but because you're virtual, you could just say Salakia right away. I'll hear you and call on you, and you get it to read. All right, the officers they done did this, and they're doing it because that's the practice. So you young brothers, you brothers in black who trying to make sure and learn this craft, do what you see the brothers over you doing. Right, the brothers is rushing to get to read. You start taking over the burden from them. All right. Go ahead.
Book of Ephesians chapter 2 verse 11. Wherefore
you all say Salakia, so I could take it. One of y'all, any one of y'all, impress me tonight.
Salakia, sir, but I'll take it.
I appreciate. Get a young man a hand. Get a young trooper a hand. Give me a hand. You'll make sure and pass this down all the way. This UPK is one way only, brother. You come in here, you starting off as a young man. Look for work. Look for things to do, even if it's reading. Let the other brothers relax. You jump on it. You get the whole thing. Press up to do it. All right, go ahead,
Sir. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11. Wherefore, remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Mm-hmm. I'll take that. And Shapat, this is a good one for you with, are you not unto me like the Ethiopians, and the Ethiopians slain by my sword? This is a good one afterwards to show that in times past we behaved like them. And we were called uncircumcised by the circumcised. And that specifically, of course, is talking about the brothers who was in Jerusalem at the time that Paul was, running through all of Asia Minor, who would not accept the Israelites who was born and lived among the heathen. You get the point? So you know that part, I would take that even after. All right.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Just let you know we got a heckler in the chat.
Where?
Tyrone, master all days.
Okay, I ain't sure if he's a heckler. Is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be flooding the chat. Called us weaker.
Oh, damn, I didn't see all of that shit. Salaki, to water too. Here, he's about gone. To water too.
There's a question. There's another question pertaining to the topic, sir.
Go ahead, please.
From Marco Romero, says, excuse my ignorance, but why shall Ethiopia be slayed? I was under the understanding, he says, I was under the overstanding that they would receive a blessing from the Lord for protecting the Ark of the Covenant.
You can't help yourself, Mark Romero. Mark Romero, I'm guessing you have dreadlocks. I'm just guessing you have, I can't say guess. Could I say guessing? Is that Rastafarianly correct? He's overstanding. You need to understand that. You're overstanding something. You need to get under the weight of it so you could feel it. You could appreciate. You could grow. Don't nobody grow by going in the gym and standing up over the weight. Get the point? You get under that weight. And that's how you can really get strong. You got to start to understand. Your overstanding is the problem. You can't overstand nothing. You have to understand it. All right. We said I was under the understanding that they would receive a blessing from the Lord for protecting the Ark of the Covenant. Well, okay, this is my question to you, Mark Romero, right? I have two questions for you. Number one, please tell me what your nationality is. All right, tell me, and your nationality comes from your father's side and his father's side. That's number one. Number two, I suspect strongly you were lied to, Mark Romero. Please let me know what led you to believe that the Ethiopians would receive a blessing for protecting the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, I need you to show me that. Who told you that? Where did you get that from? Where did you get that the Ethiopians protected the Ark of the Covenant? And where did you get that they would receive a blessing from? I need to know those things before I could proceed. All right. Any more?
Sir, he came back under another name.
Yeah, he learned. They learned from this week. You know what I mean? Baklash and Shapat, they learned from this week with that Muslim shit. This for all those who don't know in the chat. The IUIC always comes into our chats and try to disrupt the class because our classes are so much better than theirs. The UPK is just so much better than them. And really, Nate is upset because the UPK still exists. So, I got a block button for as much accounts as you have. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Shapat.
Salagi, sir, I think I know who that is. That's the one who started out on Cross the Line Radio. He thinks he's Yahanna. And he has like 40 billion accounts.
I think he's a purple sodomite. And for tonight, I think my thoughts run the route. I think what I think trumps everybody. All right. Let's go. Anything else?
The brother said he's I.S.U.P.K, but he hadn't answered the second part of the question, sir.
All right, Mark Romero, I.S.U.P.K. All right, mi hermano. I'm guessing that your father is a native Mexican, and his father was native Mexican. All right. Now, as far as the other part of the question, I need you to definitely explain to me who lied to you, who told you that Ethiopians would get a blessing for protecting the Ark of the Covenant. I know someone told it to you because that's nowhere in the Bible. That's not written anywhere. All right. I gathered it from my own study and reading. I believe the Queen of Sheba returned to Ethiopia with the seed of Solomon. Okay, no problem. I understand, Mark Romero. Okay, so Mark Romero, also too, please let me know what city and state you're in, because there's a UPK school there. I can definitely send you there so you could get, deprogrammed and learn the truth. All right. I understand from your own reading and studying, but it's definitely not what you say it is. And you have to show me what you read. Show me what you read that led you to believe the Ethiopians could have blessings. All right. Show me what you read. All right. And you said, I believe the Queen of Sheba returned to Ethiopia. You need to show me where that is written. That's a belief, not, anything. You know what I mean? Now, this fool here, Tyrone Django Unchained, right? This old purple sodomite, Christ wouldn't dare join a camp. Give him a hand. Even Satan can confess the truth. Give him a hand. Give him a hand out here. That is the truth. Anybody knows why Christ would not join a camp? Shapat?
It's like, so we supposed to be following him.
Christ is the camp. We join his camp. He don't have to join no camp. He is it. We follow him. We join his camp. You understand? You spoke the truth, and now you can leave. Now let's get him out of here. All right. All right, Mark Romero. My father is Mexican. I studied with a brother named Aban from the I.S.U.P.K. and member in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, I ain't sure about that. Aban is out of Philadelphia and New York sometimes, and Canada sometimes. He traveled all over. I think he's in space right now as we speak, right? But no, I know Aban is an absolute excellent officer and a certified priest in here. But you didn't study with him. You definitely didn't study with him, because Aban would never say that. That's another thing. The scriptures say, know them that labor among you. And I've labored with Aban. Aban has labored with me in this job to raise these brothers up. And he would never say such blasphemy. I can vouch for him blindly. If you were studying with him, you probably would have been, an officer of 500, at least 1,000 by now. Aban don't play. You understand? So you may have spoken to him once or twice, but don't say you studied with him, or maybe studied in the past, right? Mark Romero, the Ethiopians are heathens and are, enemies of Israel, just like the East Indians, just like the Africans, just like, the so-called white man, like every other nation, and they are going to face judgment like every other nation. That's why. Now, what I want to ask you is, right, is there an Ethiopian in your life that you favor? Or do you have a substance abuse problem, namely marijuana? All right. Let me know that. Let me know that in the next with your next answer. All right. Because that could be what's leading you to these Ethiopians. I don't know, but it's possible. All right. Any other questions in the room or online? I can't scan the whole chat. I need you probably to scroll back for me. All right.
Kind of one, sir. Our Roger says, I remember the question, but he says, will the rest of the 2/3 be transformed he said in the twinkling of the eye, he knows the elect will be transformed, but will the rest of the 1/3, not the 2, but the 1/3, will they be transformed as well?
Okay, you say Arawadia?
Khan.
Okay, I'm looking for it right now. So could somebody pull the precept? The twinkling of our eye, I believe, was that not Timothy. Thessalonians.
Slack, if I may.
Go ahead.
There was another precept about the Ethiopians and the ark.
Give me. Is this? Did he pull it, or are you pulling it?
Nah, sir. Precinct Officer Hawar pulled it. When you
Okay.
asked about
Okay. I need him. I need the guy who asked the question to pull it. All right. I need the guy who asked the question to pull it. So that it's to prove the point that none of this is written. He didn't read it anyway.
All right. Sir,
go ahead.
Officer Hawar, he was more so pulling it as a cut.
No sweat. But I need the brother to pull that first, assuming he's a brother. Give me our Rawadia's precept, please.
1 Corinthians chapter 15. Oh, go ahead, Matthew.
I'll take over. All right,
appreciate that. Give Matthew a hand to water. Matthew is, you see, because that's still in all black. He 5,000, he's still in all black. He letting you know your troopers can't touch it. That's what he's letting you know. Me personally, how Jordan saying, I would take that personally. I would let him know. Yeah, I mean, my black is shiny, it's all black, but that's on y'all. That's on y'all. But you see, he draw the gun first. He'd be dead in high noon right now. Go ahead,
Khan. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 52. In the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible.
Say where you are again.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 52.
All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Khan. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
Okay.
Verse 53.
And he's asked.
Oh, sorry.
I believe that's the verse. Is there any more that I need to get from that, or that's it?
That's it, sir.
Okay. Right, and he's asking, in the twinkling of an eye, will the rest of the multitude be transformed? All right. So read the precept one more if you could.
Khan. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall change.
Mm-hmm. Say again, 15 and what? 52? Yep.
Khan.
All right. Okay, and he's asking if the rest of the multitude will be transformed, right? Okay, Shapat, come on.
Khan, sir. Like I made at the end of it, when he says the dead shall rise. So we already know the dead is going to be they're going to be changed. But he says after that we shall be changed. He's talking about himself and who he's addressing in this letters to the school in Corinthians. So would that mean that all the school of Corinthians and himself he's talking about the multitude?
Okay. No, he's not talking about the multitude here. This here is talking about those brothers and sisters that died in the truth, that died in the work, that died in service of the Most High, and those who are alive afterwards in the service of the Lord. You understand?
Go ahead. Now, that's what I meant. When you say the multitude, do you mean like in Revelation when it spoke of the others who not the 144,000?
That's what Officer Arawade is asking, if I'm not mistaken. All right. He's asking, he said, will the rest of the multitude be transformed as well? So he's acknowledging that there's a certain part that will be transformed. And he's asking if the rest, meaning those outside of the work. I'm assuming that, Arawade, if you're still on, just clarify if that's the case. All right. I'm assuming that's what you meant. You asking more so about the rest of the 1/3. Right? The rest of those who were in help. Like the scripture says, some were in help to the truth. Right? Not in there, but some brothers and sisters were help. They helped the truth tremendously. Now, if that's what he's saying, I'm assuming that's it. That's what I'm going on. This transformation says it here. This is for firstly for those of us who died in the truth, who endured until the end. Right? They are going to come right back and be, down with the Most High and be transformed. Then those who are there. Now, anybody else is the Lord's mercy. You understand? Anyone else is the Lord's mercy. This is what I would say. All right, this is what I would also say. Give me, hold up. Bear with me. Give me Matthew 10 and 41, quickly.
Khan, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
Right? Read it one more time.
Khan, sir. Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And
right, that's you can stop right there. Stop after reward. Right? The scripture said, he that receives a prophet in the name of a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. In Corinthians, that's like a prophet's reward. You understand? That precept then, that the question our officer Arawadi was asking, that there's a prophet's reward. You'll be changed in the twinkling of an eye. You'll come out the grave and you're going to get on them chariots first, right? That's what it's talking about, that part. You're going to be reincarnated, and then those here on earth will be changed, will be transformed. You get the point? That's a prophet reward. That's the reward of a prophet. But now if you support the prophets, if you receive a priest of and an officer of Command General Yahanna in the name of Christ, you're going to receive a reward. You might not be able to physically make it to camp. You mightn't be able to do the Sabbath service and them, but you could feed them brothers when they come to your city every single time. Every time they come to your city or your country, because we worldwide, you there. Nothing else matters. You are there because they are there. You get the point? You qualify to receive a prophet's reward. And there's so many brothers and sisters like that in the truth where they can't make it to camp. They can't they can't do what it is you do. But brother, every high holy day they're there with the food and the drinks. They want to sweep up, they want to help, they want to donate, they want to help brothers get to camp. They want to see the work go forward. They just know that they cannot, do the work that, you and I do. They will receive a prophet's reward. You understand? Arawadi, I hope that that gets it for you, all right?
Slack, sir.
1 second, Matthew. Go ahead, Shapat.
That's like I'm saying. We had a question in the chat.
Okay, no sweat, Matthew. That's what you was gonna say.
Sir, it was a precept I wanted to see if this would pertain to this on topic.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord himself shall send from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Yep, that would go with this one, with the same thing with the twinkling of an eye, the last trump.
Come.
That would go with this one. All right. But of course, this one here is at the end of the reincarnation breakdown in 1 Corinthians 15. So it's also talking about, it's the reincarnation, you coming back at the end. Right? That's why we say what? Rise again, rise in power. You understand? Because that's what the Bible says. That's what the Lord said. You are going to rise. You're going to rise again. Life, your death is not eternal. It's not the end all and be all, but there's life after. Life is forever. All right?
Come on, sir. Salaki too, if I may.
Go ahead.
Real quick. It's heavy that you said that too, because if people believe in Christ, as they say, and believe in the Lord, they should believe that Christ did rose from when he passed.
Well, that's in the same chapter, You know that?
Verse 14.
That's in this first chapter. Like how could you believe in our King and don't believe in reincarnation? If you don't believe in reincarnation, then Christ is not risen and your faith is in vain. You get the point? So it's, again, they have that filter. They have that filter on them. In the scriptures, it's called a veil. That's what it says in the New Testament. They say you have to remove that veil from over your eyes. You get the point? You have that veil over your eyes and you can't see too right because of it. And that veil is Christianity. All right. That was it, Matthew.
Come, sir.
No sweat. Again, if you're where you're at is is not too much noise in the background. Just leave your mic unmuted so it could flow, so it's not too much breaks. All right. If you do have some background noise, then leave it muted. I believe the guy in the chat, Mark Romero, he responded. He said Aban was an Issacharite that would give teachings in the projects where I live. Okay, so whoever that was, Mark Romero, I highly doubt that was somebody in the Israelite school at UPK. Some of these names are similar to the names of brothers who are in the school, but I highly doubt that's the case. Because if those brothers taught you, if those men who I know, these names here that I do know, some of them, but they're not the names of the people who I know. I'm saying the names are similar. But I know if Aban taught you, if Kahan taught you, you would not be confused. So I can surely say without a doubt, those men were not in the UPK. And these are some of the men who lied to you. Mark Romero, sad to say, they lied to you. They may not have known that they were lying to you, but that there's bullshit. Ethiopians don't have the Ark of the Covenant. They never did. All that is lies. They tell the world to improve their tourism. They would improve their tourism. When I was growing up, people was dropping rice from the sky in Addis Ababa for Ethiopians. They ain't got no Ark of the Covenant. And they don't have the spirits of the Lord. They're not the Lord's people, all right? Also, too, you say, wow, you are good. I do not have any Ethiopians currently in my life. And I no longer hang out with the Rastafarians, nor partake in marijuana. Thank you for your patience and kindness, brother. No sweat, no sweat. I assume that means we were close on the mark. But what you want to do is, please, Mark Romero, please type in where you're from, so I can put you into the school over there, wherever you're at. We have schools all over the earth. I can put you in touch with a school over there, and you can get taught the right way and learn the truth and not believe in any lies or any falsehoods anymore. All right. Also, too, Mark Romero, Solomon never had sex with Sheba. Never did. Yeah, you understand? And everybody like to talk about Sheba, the queen of Sheba. Let me tell you something. Sheba had to be an ugly bastard because Solomon was dropping dick everywhere. Excuse my language. Solomon was dropping dick like bomb up in them broads. It was bombs over booty. Yeah, I mean, so if he refused Sheba, that bitch got to be ugly. Listen, I'm just saying that. Like Solomon had 1,000 wives, and some of them wives was heathens. Some of them wives was full of heathens. Now, if this heathen come up and she a queen now, but think about it, she a queen, and Solomon didn't, keep her. Goddamn, bro, shit. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say for it. You get the point? Solomon never had sex with Sheba. And if he did, that so-called son that they say Sheba took back to Ethiopia, I believe his name was Menelik. That son would be an Israelite, and everybody from his line would be Israelites. That doesn't mean the Ethiopians are Israelites. It would mean that there's a people in Ethiopia who are Israelites. But that's if that happened. That never happened. If Sheba went back with a child, one of them camel drivers had sex with her in the back of the Uber. That's what the hell happened. She had an Uber driver back to Sheba, and one of them put a rod on her in the back, and she came back with her belly, because that's what them heathen hoes do. But Solomon never had sex with Sheba. There's no record of that. And even if he did, that does not mean Ethiopians are Israelites. All right?
Like, if I could, sir.
Come on with it up.
I never thought about it like that, but that is some very practical, universal, and practical knowledge that you just imparted on us.
Well, thank you. I'll get out of hand, brother. Thank you. Salakia, brother. I mean, I would take that. I would definitely, I could appreciate that one. I'm just saying, brother, 1 + 1 is still 2. You get the point? 1 + 1 is still 2 anywhere in the earth. You get the point? Water still freezes at 0. You get the point? Shabbat.
Salaki, sir. I had read the brother's comment wrong. It was a question. Priest Officer Hawa was asking Salaki Adawan, 1 Chronicles 15:2. Is this a good precept for the ark?
Okay, no, sir. Let's hear it first before we move on to the rest. All right.
Kawakan, sir. The book of First Chronicles 15:2. Then David said, "None ought to carry the ark of God, but the Levites."
Say it again. Say it again. Just stop right there. Say it one more time.
None ought to carry the ark of God, but the Levites. For them hath the Lord chosen to carry the ark of God and to minister unto him forever.
It's Shalom. That's that. That's that ark. That's who the Lord chose to do the work of the priesthood up until Christ. The Ethiopian couldn't touch an ark, he'd lose his hands. If he even come in, even the Ark of the Covenant, there was a radius around it, because the Ark of the Covenant was used to be in a tent in the courtyard. You come in there, brother, without a priest, or without being called, you could get put to death right then and there. You get the point? Like the state of Israel. Let me tell you all something now. I watched that Jimmy Carter funeral, brother. And boy, brother, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of. I saw some power from this oppressor, and of course, there's power. He displays his power all the that's and whatever our military he has. But brother, what he put together for a corpse, oh my gosh! I watched Air Force One land in Andrews Air Force Base yesterday around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Big, huge ass plane. And there's people coming off the plane as family members. They got about 40 or 50 SUVs, them Chevy Suburbans, with all the lights and all the guns. And the body come off the plane. And they load that body up, and they drove that bitch up from southern Maryland all the way up Suitland Parkway, get on 295, get on 395. The whole of Suitland Parkway is shut down. Shut down. Both sides. Shut down.
It's like about me.
And there's a camera following the whole thing all the way into DC, downtown DC, that whole expressway, 6 lanes of traffic. Shut down. And while they're driving up, you have about 8 buses full of Navy personnel coming from Annapolis, doing all kind of formations on Pennsylvania Avenue in the effing cold. Yes, it was cold as shit yesterday. I mean, cold. And they got horses out there to pull this damn corpse through the streets of the capital of the entire planet. Brother, they display some power there. They display some serious, serious power. I want it. I absolutely want it, because that's the power we done. That got to be the base, the lowest level of the power we done fall from. They did a whole motorcade, and then they pulled up in Pennsylvania Avenue and walked him for about 35 minutes to the Capitol building. The same Capitol they stormed. Did a 21-gun salute with about 2 extra cannons on either side for if one of them had a mistake. Bro, I sat there and watched the whole thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's what having a nation looks like. That's what having a nation looks like. They put that dead body right there in the rotunda. The rotunda is the center point of the Capitol building. Laying there right now, under tremendous guard. A dead body. Oh my gosh. You think I got time for weed and pork and whores? No. I want that type of power. They say him and his wife was planning the funeral since the late 80s, choosing the song they want to play. Imagine that. From the grave, this nigga giving orders. He chose the whole song, the playlist they played as they bringing the body in. The music they playing was his choice. And they even said how later on he regretted not playing Hail to the Chief, which is a traditional American song that they would play for the prominent and the prestige. And I'm like, boy, they honored him something ridiculous. And they had power to do it. They had power to do it. We got some work to do, We got some work to do, Akim. It was ridiculous, brother. If you all have the time and you're so inclined, you should go check it out. You should go check it out and see what you're fighting against. People who would honor their dead like that and still drop bombs everywhere and enslave us, they're not going to give you no goddamn kingdom. You're marching and you're protesting. It's not going to work for that. You want power, you're going to have to get power. Shapat?
Slaggy, sir. I remember when Ronald Reagan died, they flew him in a circle on a 747, that big plane, by himself, just him, his coffin, around in a circle around DC for 24 hours. All that gas they wasted.
Shit. Listen now. It ain't wasted for them.
Right.
I can tell you that part. As far as they're concerned, that was not wasted. That was not wasted at all. You had people coming down through the snow, regular civilians, to go see this dead body. Nah. Meanwhile, Christ had to come into Palm Sunday on a damn donkey. On a donkey. Nah.
So
like we have a lot to do. Come on, please.
It's like I said, you read my mind, and not only that, just to go into the he that help a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. Not only that, somebody else, a brother had to give the damn plot of land just for Christ to have it. Like a brother, like how, like you said, Christ rode in Jerusalem on the damn donkey, and then when he died, somebody outside the truth, I can say outside the truth, somebody else had to give the land, the plot for Christ to be in. Like you said, that we fail from what we're supposed to be, sir. If that's how we had to send our king.
Yep. We definitely know we're close to it. And I don't think we understand what it really looks like. But that funeral yesterday, or that procession, and that's part one. His body resting there for 48 hours. They're doing one more service tomorrow. Then they're flying him back to his mommy and pappy land down there in Georgia to be buried, I think. So that was just part one of it. But brother, just seeing that thing, okay, I saw something, brother. It gave me a taste for, it made me jealous, like what the Bible says, to be jealous with a no people. If you have time, just go look at what they did, brother. They're not giving us this thing back. It doesn't matter what you show them. It doesn't matter. There was wrong for slavery. There was wrong for lynches. Yes, there was wrong for everything. They're not giving it back. You understand me? What they displayed is not a people who has remorse. It's not a people who have remorse or a people who have a conscience about what they did. What they displayed yesterday was absolute power. Ridiculous power. We have work to do, Akim and Akwathian. We got work to do. All right. Let's get any more questions?
Come, sir.
All right, go ahead.
I'm trying to see who the brother was. It was asked for a breakdown. It was
a student. I think this is the brother from Baltimore. I forgot his name.
Drew Dean.
Say again?
Drew Dean. He says, Shalom, my name is Andrew Dean. I am from Baltimore City. I'm from the tribe of Judah. May I please get a scripture breakdown of Amos 9 and 7, brother?
Okay, yeah, we broke that down already, brother. I think you probably tuned in a little bit late. But there's another brother. His name is Student on the screen. But I believe this is the, I think he's the officer from Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken.
Colonel. It says, Student, Slacky, sir, can I get a breakdown of Romans 3 and 28, the water, sir?
All right. Somebody put the, somebody grab the precept for me, all right?
Come, sir. Book of Romans.
Like, I'll take over, sir. Oops, this is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 28. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
No sweat. Let's get that. Romans what? Where is this again?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 28.
Romans chapter 3 and verse 28. All right. Okay. Read it one more time.
Khan. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 28. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
Okay. All right. So now let's take this. Let's take this one way. I don't know if the brother is still on. Sometimes brothers be at the slave. They just type the question in, come back after. If the brother is still on, please answer this question. If not, the brothers in the chat or in the room will answer for me just to help along. All right. What does this sound like it's saying?
Slack, sir.
Go ahead.
Trying to say how Christians say the law is done away with, and just all you got to do is have faith, and that's all you need.
Right. It sounds like it's saying the law is done away with. All right. And that's not what it's saying. All right. That's not what it's saying. Read it one more time.
Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
Right. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. What does the word deed mean?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Action.
Action. Anything else?
Action to do.
The doing. I'll take that. Anything else? Corralacum. That's the name I was trying to remember. That's the brother who signed it as student. Corralacum.
So that right. Sir.
Go ahead.
So I guess I don't know if this one might work right, but when they're saying about like the it's no it is 28. This meaning like how Abraham was moving without the the law. Like
No,
the
don't say
Most
that.
High.
Never say that. Sure, never say that. Don't never say that. Abraham was moving without law. God damn. TD Jakes, that's news. TD Jakes, and if that's the case, then let Diddy out. They're gonna say let Diddy out. You get the point? Nah, don't say that. Right? Again, foundation. What do you always know? What do you know about the law? Sure.
So like the law was given to the law was given to the nation of Israel.
Okay. When was the law given?
From Jacob.
No. Nope.
No,
if the
Adam,
law was
Adam.
given if the law was given from Jacob, then Cain is innocent. Well, you know, Cain should not have been kicked out for murder. Right? If the law was given from Jacob, then Adam and Eve, they're not husband and wife, according to the law, because there was no law. So the law had to be given from
Adam.
From Adam. Adam had the law. You understand? Adam was what? Taken out from the dust and raised up. Because without the law, we're living in dirt, in muck. You understand? Without God's laws, you ever watch them videos of them of Elam, who are the East Indians, you know, making food with their hand and coughing and putting their foot in everything? You ever see them videos, Shah?
Can.
Now, brother, if they're doing that with the food, think about how they're multiplying. Good night. Think about what's going on in that home. Think about the Chinese. That's why, you know, all the world diseases come from them. You get the point? The law made us separate people. The law made us a better people, a separate people, and we are able to, you know, live in a better life. So this one here, this is not talking about without the law as not having the law. This is something else. All right. Korala comes said, it sounds like the law is done away with. That's right. And he's answering the question about the deeds. It means work. So let's go back to the whoever's reading the scripture. Read it one more time.
Khan. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 28. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
I hearing a little echo in the background. Anybody have the class playing in the back or something? All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Come. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
Mm-hmm. Without the deeds of the law. The deeds of the law are the work of the law, the workings of the law. All right. Let me just hit a few people here. Adolphus Last said Adam. That's correct. Black Dazzle said Adam. That's correct. Mariam Bath Yashika said from a low estate. I'm assuming she's talking about taking Adam out of that low estate. All right. Who the hell is I.S.U.P.K? The Staples. Where the hell is that? Anybody know what that is?
Well,
all right. We'll monitor that thing for a second. I don't know. Anyway, so the deeds of the law is the workings of the law, right? The workings of the law. The law, even America's laws, is not written for the public. It's written for the people who oversee the law, the police officers or your senators or your politicians. Like the law is written for them. It's the same, similar with the Bible. All right. There's no law saying don't speed in America. There's not a law that says do not speed. That's a street sign. That's not law. The law is if you are doing over 35 in this zone, you get $60 ticket. That's a law. A law has what? a statute, and a judgment. It's two parts. It has a statement and it has a judgment based or derived from the statement. You get the point? So now read the scripture one more time again, Matthew, if you could.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 28. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
So he's saying, therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the workings of the law. So without having to be stoned for being an adulterer or adulteress or whore or a sodomite, without having to be put to death because you're a murderer, without having to be put to death for being a witch, aka a drug dealer, without having to be put to death for being for idol worship, for being a Christian or a Muslim or something else, you could be justified by faith. Now, give me what faith is. All right, Corral, come if you're listening. Give me what faith is. And if you're following so far, let me know if you're following. All right. Anybody give me what faith is? Who knows? What is faith?
So like I said, did you want the precept for it?
I'll take the precept and I'll break down as to what.
Come on, sir. Faith is, in other words, faith is your belief, your action, the proof of your belief. So it's like your actions, your what you do, your works,
based on your belief.
Right, based on your belief. The water, sir. Right.
Based on your belief. Corral come said faith is believing with the work. The same thing, like what you do, the actions you take based on your belief. For instance, you might be a young, misguided brother and you are selling drugs. You're running the corners. You're a corner boy. You're not the plug. You're the corner boy. And you're on the corner where you could get shot, where you could get robbed. You could get robbed and shot, where you could catch so many cases when the police just raid and pull you in. All kind of evil. But what? You doing this work, you grinding 24/7, sun up, sun down. Oh, Jeezy that make that shit sound so fly. It make it sound like it was, you the ultimate hustler. You get the point? But you doing this because of what you believe. You believe that if you do this work, there's a reward at the end. You got faith in them packs. You got faith in that brick. You got faith in anything. I'm just using that as an example because it's so much part of entertainment now. Most everybody could identify with it because of everything you've seen, even if you haven't actually been or had the experience of it. So same thing here. When you serve the Lord, you could be justified, meaning that's the reward. The reward is the justification of being made right, of being seen as right or righteous. You could be made right by the work you do based on your belief and not being made right by the punishment or the workings of the law. How do you make a murderer right according to the laws of God?
So like according to the laws of God, sir, a murderer has to be put to death, sir.
A murder, that's how he is justified. He had to come back. That's it. He gets to start over today. You're a murderer according to God's laws. When the priest done investigate everything, guess what? You have the distinct privilege of starting over today. You get a second chance. You get a shot at life again. Go lay down in that hole. Go lay down. You're a rapist. You committing all kind of assault on children and women and men. Go lay down in that hole. According to the law, that's the workings of the law. That's how you are made right. Now, if you obey the law, which is the faith, you will be justified with without the workings of the law. You get the point? Without having to be told, without having to be corrected, without having to be punished, you start policing yourself. You get the point? It's like saying we could conclude that these people, they're righteous because they could police themselves without having the need of police in their neighborhoods. That's what this verse means. Now, of course, with that Korah, go back and read the whole chapter, because the whole chapter is that. But the way it's worded, and then how we all grew up in the Christian church or the mosque, we read in it as if the laws is done away with. And that's not what it's saying. It's saying you could rid yourself of the punishment of breaking God's laws if you actually believe in what you say you believe. If you actually believe in it, man, you ain't got to get punished. You ain't got to ever, get punished at all. You could be made right by doing what's right. You understand? Korah, you could just type in, all right? Give me, is it right around here, Kazako or Bukwash or Sawap? Right around here where it says where they are a law unto themselves?
That is.
What verse is that?
That's 2, chapter 2, verse 12, sir.
Give me chapter 2 and 12.
Kawakan. Romans chapter 2, verse 12. For as many have sinned without law shall also perish without law.
Right? Stop right there. For as many that have sinned without law, without what? Somebody to administer the law, without police, without the priest. For as many that have sinned without having a priesthood, like today, we don't have a priesthood, except in the Israelite school of UPK. But I'm talking about on the level of what, Jimmy Carter, Jimmy is his name? Jimmy Carter was his name? Right, at the level of what Jimmy Carter experienced. Like that level right there, we don't have that level.
Right. We
building it, we working on it, we surely putting it together. Right? Now, if it is that if you have sinned without the law, you will perish without the law. Meaning a priest don't have to come and cut your head off. You could just get AIDS. You get the point? You could just get, hit by a bus. You could guess you shoot up in the neighborhood, you can just get shot up. That's just that. It could just happen. The Lord could send it, which is what going into the topic I wanted to get into before time. All right, I'm gonna go over about 20-25 minutes if you all could bear with me. All right.
And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law.
But as many as have sinned in the law, meaning now you know the truth, and you there and you break God's laws in the law where there's the priest, you're gonna be judged by the law. A priest is gonna be there to execute judgment according to the law, not how he feel, not if he like you, according to what the law says. So that's the understanding of it. So when it say, without the deeds of the law, it's not talking about, I could eat pork now. That's not the deeds of the law. The deeds of the law is you be a sodomite, you're going to be put to death. And there would be a system. There would be a system of administration or administration of judgment that would now execute the judgment. That would now put you in jail, just like America. You break America's laws, there's a system that does it for you. There's a system that does it for you. And in like fashion, you break America's laws and the system doesn't catch you, life will catch you. Life will come up and catch you, and that's the Lord's judgment. You're going to perish without the law. That's fine. It's just going to happen. You get the point? It's just going to happen, and that's that. I hope you understand, all right, Korah?
Salaka, sir, I'm getting down to the verse right now.
Say again?
Salaka, sir, I'm getting down to the verse you asked right now, sir. It's
shit. Go ahead, Salaka.
Kawakan. For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
That's right.
For when the Gentiles which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law. These, having not the law, are a law unto themselves.
So what? I don't forget I asked for that damn verse. I don't forget that. Right? Okay. When us Gentiles who used to act like Ethiopians would do Ethiopianish nonsense with not having the law, now we are a law unto ourselves. We're not going to do that. We police ourselves today. In here, we police ourselves 100% fully and totally. Last year, Passover, we down there in was that Durham? In Durham, North Carolina, right? We down there in Durham. They decided to cut the grid off on the plot of land that the hotel alone on. We ain't had to call the police. For what? We don't need you. We good to go. We all right. We let you know what's going on, but we're gonna police ourselves. We're gonna make sure no children go missing in these back doors that just ain't gonna lock because the system is down. We're gonna make sure everybody fed and got water. We're gonna have roving patrols. We have drones in the sky. You're scared of drones right now. I told you, black people ain't got drones to fear. We used to the helicopter flying over. We put the drones up in the sky and surveil the whole hotel. You should have seen the shit. I damn near want to turn the lights off in the hotel this year. I damn near was, hey, listen, man, how much it'll cost to just flick that breaker right there? It was so good last year. I think we need a display this year.
Right.
Like we could police ourselves, and we do that in our lives, in our personal lives. We do that with each other. We do that in the school. You come in here, brother. This is the place you get corrected. This is the place you get to be told so much about yourself. That's this place right here, and every brother in here knows it. Hey, brother, what you doing? That's the wrong type of pants. You shouldn't be wearing that. You should get a belt. You should pull that shit up. Get them boots out. Hey, brother, that shit ain't UPK. Sis, what you doing? That skirt is too tight. Sis, you might want to cover your head. Sis, right here, you see the section right here should be covered up. No more plunging necklines. Leave that for your husband. You don't come to class with this nothing below here. See right here, you know, right under your neck, there's a little thing where your chest muscles come together like that. Right there, sis. That's right under there. That's it. That's the only cleavage you show. Them that collarbone. See who the hell get turned on by that. Go ahead.
It's like, so I believe the general called it the front butt.
The front butt, the front butt. You know what I mean? Like you get told in here, you get these people police themselves. So we don't have to perish by the deeds of the law. You understand? We don't have to do that thing. We're going to do what the Lord say. All right? Right? Amamba say what they meant for evil for the UPK turned out to be good. We partied in the dark. Say it again. Says, listen, I got down there. Somebody was telling, I think Jeremiah Hyman Rib was telling jokes, making sure everybody get pizza. They was dancing. They was doing the that whole thing with the steps. It's like a choreographed thing. And you know what I mean? Oh man, listen, the shit was right. And it was in the dark.
Yep.
I think we had to turn the lights off again. I think that'll be a tradition. The lights out and the annual lights out. You know what I mean? So that could be achieved because we are a law unto ourselves. You know what I mean? We are a law unto ourselves, and not to ourselves, but a law unto, the Lord. We obey his laws. All right? Because to not obey his laws, you're going to fall into the hands of judgment. And what's the judgment? Give me Ecclesiasticus 39, unless there's any more questions. All right?
There's one question online, sir.
All right. Christ is a thug. I think I'll take that as a compliment. Meaning in the scripture say he was an austere man, he was a G, he was a gangster, he cut your head off, but he wasn't a thug like worshiping the Hindus. He wasn't that type of thug, but he's definitely a G. And whatever you want to say about the Choctaw and whoever else, a lot of people get mad when we start to say the native and first people are Israelites. Let me tell you something, man. That demon that's on you that wants to keep us separate, I hope that demon perishes and you get to live. Or if you choose, you could die with that demon. But best believe, Christ is coming back to rule over the 12 tribes of Israel. whether you want it or not. All right. And with that, you could go ahead and leave the class. You have permission to leave. All right. All right. Go ahead.
Sir, it's from Benjamin Robinson. He says, "Hi, sir. I am a white man, an Edomite. I am inspired by the I.S.U.P.K. and want to know how else I can serve besides tithes, sir."
Oh, excellent. Excellent question, Mr. White Man. Okay, so you got to tell me where you from, like what city and state you in, and we'll take it from there. All right, we'll take it from there. I got some work for you. You got to show me your faith. You got to show me your deeds. Don't just love in words, love in deed. All right, and I need proof you're paying tithes too. Need that proof. You all like to just come in here and say, "Hey, yeah, I pay tithes. I pay tithes." Meanwhile, you like Trump, you ain't pay taxes in a month of Sundays. All right, let me get Ecclesiasticus 39.
So like what verse, sir?
Give me from, hold on. $17. Give me from 17. All right. And then also too, give me if there's evil in the city, had the Lord not done it?
Like it, sir. What chapter was that again?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39. Let's take from 17, all right?
Come, sir.
Come.
Yeah.
Come, sir. I can take over. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 17. And none may say, "What is this? Wherefore is that? For at time convenient they shall all be sought out. And at his commandment the waters stood as an heap. And at the word
start at 16. Salakia, brother. Start at 16. Salakia, brother.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 16. All the works of the Lord are exceedingly good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. And none may say, "What is this? Wherefore is that? For at time convenient they shall all be sought out."
Right? So all the works, Salakia, pause right there for a second. All the works of the Most High is Salakia, hold on. All the works of the Most High are exceedingly good. And whatsoever he commanded, it shall be accomplished in due season. And right now, brother, we in the season of the takeover. We in the season of the fall of Babylon. We in the season of the rise of Israel. We in the season of come together, O nation not desired. And the Lord done ordered that before. And now we're in the season for it to happen. It's going to be accomplished in due season. And we in the season that's due right now. Go ahead.
Come. At his commandment, the waters stood as an heap. And at the word of his mouth, the receptacles of waters.
Hold on, where you at? Read 17 again. 17. Read 17 one more time.
Verse 17. And none may say, "What is this? Wherefore is that? For at time convenient they shall all be sought out."
Right? And none gonna say what is this or where is that. Like they ain't nobody gonna be able to be confused about what's going on. Because in due time you're gonna see it. You're gonna be able to see it out. You're gonna seek it out. Go ahead.
Come. And none may say, "What is this? Wherefore is that? For at time convenient they shall all be sought out." At his commandment the waters stood as an heap,
Mm-hmm.
and at the words of his mouth, the receptacles of waters.
All right, what is that talking about? If you need it read again, just let me know.
It's like, sir.
Go ahead.
When Moses spread the Red Sea.
Exactly. When Moses split that Red Sea and at the Lord's commandment, the water stood like a heap. Imagine like you would heap soil up on one side and mountains of water on either side. That's at the Lord's commandment. Go ahead.
Khan. At his commandment, the waters stood as an heap, and at the words of his mouth, the receptacles of waters. Verse 18. At his commandment is done whatsoever pleaseth him, and none can hinder when he will save.
Right? At his commandment, whatever is done, whatever he orders, whatever he likes, gets done. Whatever he wants gets done. And nothing could hinder whatever he want to save. Now you got to put that all the way in your chest, Doc, and understand who you work for. Like the Lord could do whatever the hell he want when he wants. And he'll save whoever he wants when it's time for it, and nobody can stop it. And right now, the Lord is doing it, Doc. The Lord is doing it, brother. You ever hear the term when hell freezes over? Well, one half of the country under fire. Well, I can't say half, but a good part of that West Coast is under fire. I mean, the fire got orders out. I seen that flame, them flames. I ain't no fire expert, brother, but damn, them flames look like they're dancing a jig over there. Them flames is moving. Meanwhile, the other coast is under ice. And places that don't normally get snow and ice getting the majority of it. Like the Lord is doing whatever the hell he want to do. And it don't matter what hindrance these oppressors and these heathens want to put in front of us. The Mexican ain't no illegal immigrant. You are, and you are about to find out. You're about to find out, Ark. This little area we in here, that DMV area, we ain't get that much snow. How much snow they say we got? About 5.5, 6, 7 inches maybe. That ain't no big amount of snow. You know, that is a little bit more than what usually fall, especially with the plow and the salting. But it was a little bit different this year. Usually when that snow fall, when it first starts falling, it don't really be that cold. It allows for the melting. But that snow start falling, and there was an Arctic blast. So whatever start melting, start freezing right away, brother. It's a little bit different. And the Lord is flexing on them, letting them know, listen, man, I'll slow everything down with just a little, just turn the volume down on the air. I just freeze everything up. Your salt ain't gonna work. Your plow trucks ain't gonna work. You get the point? Like the Lord is starting to step to this nation on, a little bit more. He's starting to step a little bit more because he's provoking them to rise up so he could show his power in the earth. That's what the Lord wants to do. He could show his power in the earth. Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 19. The works of all flesh are before him, and nothing can be hid from his eyes. Verse 20. He seeth from everlasting to everlasting, and there is nothing wonderful before him. Verse 21. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For he hath made all things for their use.
Okay. Brother, the Lord said he make all things for their use.
Don't worry about that, dude. Look at
that. Listen now. Say that again, Shabbat.
Slaggy, why is he still there?
Because he's a proud bastard. That's a very good question.
The plastic is gone, dude. Yeah. Why? Okay.
Because he is so proud. Brother, the fire broke the glass in him. The fire did a home invasion. I don't know if y'all just see that. The glass just broke.
So where's the gas? Outside. Okay, the gas is off right now.
That don't matter, devil. Brother, this is amazing. That fire is alive.
Hi. Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi.
He's telling the dog is gonna be okay. The dog is like, nigga, let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to be a hot dog.
It's lucky too, sir.
Go ahead.
The beautiful thing about these wildfires is a lot of people may not realize is in order for you to live in the areas that wildfires are prone to, you have to have money. So like
That's
this
right.
is whenever you see about the destruction of these wildfires, do not feel sorry for these people. These are people that have wealth and money from their forefathers' crimes of destroying the children of Israel. Like they got all that money from old slave money. And they got that money and went out to the wilderness, away from the ghettos, away from the suburbs and the urban city centers to try to get away from you. And they went out in the wilderness with these big mansions, and the Lord sent the wildfires right to where they are. And that's why I see these videos, and it just brings me so much joy, because I know when I hear about the lake of fire, it is not far-fetched at all.
No, it's not. You're absolutely right, Art. Like they went into these places that's wilderness, that's desolate, and make them into paradise and call it paradise. But whatever the Lord, he's now ready to step. He's now ready to step. And what he'll do, whatever pleaseth him. And right now it pleaseth him to do this. It pleaseth him to do this thing here. You know what I mean? And all that ice that done coming down, you know, I'm interested to see this whole DC thing, how it's going to be, brother, because this whole area, this whole East Coast, they're still struggling with that ice. And it ain't like 2 feet of snow. It ain't like 3 feet of snow. It's, you know, most places probably get 10, 11 inches, probably. Everybody else is like, you know, 6, 7 inches. And the place kind of crippled and shut down. All because of a little less, you know, air temperature, a little less air quality that the Lord done did. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 22. His blessing covered the dry land as a river, and water it as a flood.
Mm-hmm.
As he have turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath.
You understand? As he turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath. Where did he turn them waters into saltness? Come on.
Oh, I was going to say something else.
Come on with it.
Topic.
Come on, Mafia.
Okay, so down here in Richmond, the Lord shut the whole city down and completely wiped out the water system. And it's been like this for about a week. Richmond hasn't had water. The city of Richmond hasn't had water. The pipes that they had at the water system or at the water plant froze up so much it busted open.
Yep. And again, how much snow y'all get down there?
We got probably just a little bit underneath y'all.
Say again?
We got just a little underneath of what y'all had got up there.
So what, about 4 or 5 inches?
Gone, sir.
That ain't nothing. That's nothing. That's go outside and play weather.
Gone,
you understand? Which was the sinister part about this? Like, you can't step to the Lord. The Lord is going to set something up for you. You is not going to see the trap coming. You're not going to see it coming. This was not a huge amount of snow, really. to shut something down. I'm sure people in Chicago hear how the city shut down for 6-7 inches and laugh. And fully laugh. Upstate New York, laugh. But it's the temperature that's killing them. Them pipes busted. Right up, I think, in Silver Spring or Wisconsin Avenue. Some pipe bust, flood the whole CVS out. You understand? The Lord is doing it. The Lord changed the waters to salt with Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how you have the Dead Sea right now. And he said, just like that, so will the heathen inherit his wrath. And boy, they inheriting this thing right now. The Lord reading his will and testimony. You gonna get this. You gonna get that. That's what happens. You understand? Keep going up.
Come, sir. As the heathen turn the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath.
Go ahead.
As his ways are plain unto the holy.
Say it again.
So are the stumbling.
Say it again.
So his ways are plain unto the holy. So are they stumbling blocks onto the wicked.
Listen now. That's what's going on. Like, hold on. You can't skip past that. As his ways are plain unto the holy, them same ways are stumbling blocks. Stumbling blocks unto the wicked. They can't understand what's going on. This idiot in there with the damn dog, instead of getting the hell out, probably heard the fires was coming and said what? Don't worry about it, man. We protected up in here. This is $2 million house. Something, talking to the dog. Look at the dog looking at him with the eyes of nigger. They become a stumbling block to the Lord, and more is going to start to happen. And his holy, we're going to recognize that this is the Lord. You get the point? Go ahead, Shapat.
Shalak, if I made in the last verse when it said, he would cause the land, saying the dry land to be covered with water. Recently, what was it? From like September, the Sahara Desert been catching a lot of floods.
Yep, unprecedented floods. I think they ain't get no water in them places in 125 years. It's a ridiculous amount of water. And of course, it's talking about when he flooded the earth before with Noah. Right?
Salakia, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
And just on how you're bringing this out now, because a lot of them, there's actually go on like they're reading Genesis now, and everything that the Lord did, he approved it, and that approval came from him. So now, why should this be, anything, to you? As he said, he made everything for his uses. So now the Lord, he in control of everything. So he could choose whatever he decided to do, and he hate wicked. He hate unjust. And because of, as we say, dealing unjust with the people them who he choose to look over or oversee, his affairs, this is the end result that it says. Salakias.
Now you're right up. You absolutely right. And he bringing that. Let somebody else pick up and read up. Regards for the young brother. Either one.
Come on. Salakia, sir, two, if I may, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to give a big ups to Commander Yahanna and the I.S.U.P.K for preparing us for this situation, because with the water shortage, there's no stores nearby with water, right? So we prepped and we invested in the big 5-gallon water jugs. So we got about 4 here. So we stacked and laced.
Listen, so, I was just about to ask you that. I was just about to ask you. Richmond ain't got no water, but what about you?
I'm sitting there looking at 4 jugs right here.
Listen, the Richmond ain't got no water, but you rich, man. You got all the water right now, and that's preparedness. And let me tell you something now. General Haas called last week, Wednesday or Thursday, and he's like, Mashak, let everybody know, go to the store, do this, top up. And I'm like, sir, it ain't that much inches coming. They ain't really saying nothing. He's like, nah, this ain't coming. I was like, sir, in this area, they're talking about 4 or 5 inches, maybe. He's like, don't worry, if it don't come through, they just go everybody gonna just have some more. And brother, that's wisdom from the Lord to give that order. However it come down, you just have to do it, even if you mightn't see it. Because I'm like, sir, that ain't nothing. We get that type of thing. He's like, yeah, let everybody go do it now. And he called early. I think you all got the order like what, Wednesday or Thursday? When did you all get the order?
Wednesday.
I think like Wednesday or Thursday, brother. Like you all ain't got to go outside at all. You all ain't got to go. You don't got to open the door for nothing. You all could stay right up in there and eat for about 2 weeks right now if the Lord just decides to keep an Arctic frost. You know what I mean? Matthew, send me this damn screen here, brother. Matthew, is this down by where you're at?
This is the store where I go at to get my water.
They leave some bottles for the mice out.
Concert. And when I went in there, I went to talk to my guy G-Side, who works in Israelite brother, and he was saying that they just had 6 pallets that came in, and he said within 20 minutes it was all clear, and it was just a frenzy in there, and people was just like, what? There was no milk, there's no chicken, there's no water. I had 2 extra case of water, and it was a brother that he had his children. And my rib, he was like, he didn't have no water. He was talking to my rib, and she asked me, like, yeah, we got some extra water. It's like we had some cases in there. I was like, go ahead and give it to the brother.
Damn right. Give it, brother. That's it. That's what needs to happen. And listen, that's how it's going to be. You see like how you breaking it down there, that he went to Esau for it and couldn't get it. He had to come to you for it. You understand? That's what's going to happen when this place collapses. Anybody is going to come to the UPK for help. Come to the UPK for want of all things, which is the house of the Lord. You understand? Let's go some more before we run out of the time. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's pick it up. Somebody else. Let's pick it up from 25.
Sir. Verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning. So
all right, slow down. Hold on. Read it again from the top and read it a little bit louder. And you're gonna have to, accentuate certain things. All right.
Sir. Verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning.
That's right. So he's saying for the good things are created from the beginning, from the beginning of everything. For those who obey him, the good things are for them. It's like a child in a house. You are kids, Zach. From the time, you and your rib conceive and bring that baby, everything in the house that's good is for that child. The electricity, the alarm system, the tire pressure on your cars to go to the store to buy food for that child. It's for that child. Go ahead.
So evil things for sinners.
And so are evil things for the sinners. And you might have a child or 2 or 3 that don't listen. Guess what else is in that house? Who knows? That same house that have good tire pressure and brakes and nice extra virgin oil and eggs and hamburger helper, and y'all don't eat no hamburger helper no more. You're bougie niggas. You're bougie ass niggas now. And have all the nice cereal and stuff. For the good child, for the child that disobeys you, what else is in that house? You only want to tell on yourselves now, huh? Belt. Tawada Bakwash. Bakwash said that with his chest. The belt. The belt is in that house. If you're from one of the Latino tribe, chanclas is in that house. If you're from Judah, Benjamin, or Levi, if it heavy enough to lift up, that's what's in that house. You can get hit with a stove if your mother or father is strong enough. You rip the door handle, rip the door off the frame, and whoop your ass with that damn door. It's the same thing. It's the same process. You understand? The things that are good are created for those who obey the Lord. And the things that the Lord don't like, oh man, you're going to have it to face. You are absolutely going to have it to face if you disobey him. Keep going.
Verse 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing.
Right? Those are the principal things of man's life. These are things you need. You need the fire to cook the food and to keep you warm. You need water for thirst. You need water to irrigate your damn crops. You get the point? You need the blood of the grapes for a good drink. That's the wine and the grape juice. You need all of that. You need iron for what? For war. You need iron for, to help you in the field, to plow the field. All these are the principal things that man needs. Salt, right? Salt is, different chemicals, not just salt like sodium chloride. You have all kind of potassium salts and nitrogen and this and that you put into a soil to help it grow. You have salt you put in foods. You have salt you put in water to help purify it. All these things the Lord put for the good of man, for the use of man. Go ahead. 27.
Verse 27. All these things are for good to be godly.
Right? All these things are good to the godly. Go ahead.
So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
That same fire that you need on the East Coast right now. Anybody sitting down on the East Coast right now with no heat on in the house? Raise your hand. I could raise my hand. You don't know how I like it. Sweaters and socks. We turn that thing on like a curfew. Turn that heat on. Everybody get toasted up. Let's back off. I ain't buying no Benz for that some gas company CEO. You mad? But no, you need fire on the East Coast. Why? To bring that heat. That same fire is tearing up somebody else. Just a couple of weeks ago, that fire was tearing up your house for Christmas. So many fires was all over the place. Car fires. Forget about the Tesla truck. You get the point? Like the Lord is moving on this place because now is the time. Now is that time, and now is that due season. We in the due season right now. It's incoming. Like a mortar. It's coming. You're going to have to prepare yourself. You're going to have to brace yourself. You're going to have to get with men of the Lord so you could learn right from wrong. So you could learn to be shielded. So you and some dog, not somewhere out in West Hell, looking at a fire that doing a damn B&E. The fire outside and broke the glass out. Broke the glass on the floor. And moving like a man with legs. Insane. Let's keep going.
Verse 28.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. Hold on. Let me get this one. Officer Arawadia sent me this one. Sent me this one this week. Right? Trump did a whole press conference, boy, with his crew. Let me see exactly the minute marker. 3:45 with his whole crew and made a statement that was absolutely insane. Hold on, bear with me one. Read the verse one more time that you just read.
Sir. Verse 27. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Yeah, I think this one is it. All right, keep reading, just for time's sake.
Verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right? There be spirits that made for vengeance, that created for vengeance, and in their fury they lay on sore strokes, man. These angels of the Lord, or the demons of the Lord that do the work that we consider destructive, but they're really angels of the Lord. When they start to work, they lay on sore strokes, meaning you can get hit with a blow, and of course you're gonna get hurt with a blow, but then it's a blow that's sore. It leave you shaken, leave you disheveled, leave you beside yourself. In time of destruction, they pour out their force. Like how you could pour out, you get a bottle of water and you could pour it into a glass, and you pour and you pour and you pour in. Imagine there's a entity out there. The Lord gave full license and permission to use its full force on anything, whether it's the weather, the ground with earthquakes and volcanoes, the spirit of man with murder and mayhem, with the cold from the sky, fires, flu, bird flu, this flu, that flu. They say they got some new strain or something coming out of China again. I think everything made in China at this point. Every damn thing made in China at this point. Like, brace yourself, man. It's incoming. It's incoming. He said, pour out their force, and that would appease the wrath of him that made them. Like, you make something, you want to see it get put to use, man. You come up with something, you want to see it used. The Lord made the spirit of, for his will. These different things that he created, namely the angels of the Lord, to execute his will. Now, let's see what your president-elect said recently. President-elect Donald Trump recently made a statement up there in Mar-a-Lago, which is his private barracks, his private White House barracks. He ruling from Florida. He was up there like a gangster. I think is FBI. One of them alphabet boys have a negotiator up there, and he trying to explain how they're doing the system to get these hostages back from Israel for Israel. Trump over there, he's like, listen, I ain't trying to ruin your damn negotiation. But F all of that, nigga. If they ain't do this by this and this day, I'm sliding. And that's that. And nobody said nothing. Brother, sister, y'all brace yourself, man. Y'all brace yourselves. Let me see. Let's play it. Are you all able to hear?
Nah, sir.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what I could do.
Slocky, my mate.
Come on.
Officer Abawad, you said the timestamp is 4403.
Yeah, I found it. I found exactly where it is. I just don't know why the hell this thing ain't playing. Bear with me one. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Hold up.
I would say that the president aspirated. I don't want to talk for him, but look, I don't know anyone who delegates better than President Trump. He gives us a lot of authority to speak on his behalf, and he exhorts us to speak emphatically. And emphatically means you better do this, because the alternative.
Do you think they're waiting for President Trump to take office?
No, I think they heard him loud and clear.
You see, he up there like Trump. Listen, Trump's slick. He know he had to put a face they like and try to get them the brunt message. There's like, you think they're waiting for Trump to take office? You think this, that, the other. He trying to be as nice as he could, say, no, I think, Trump is a good president. He leads, he delegates tasks well, and blah, 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 blah. He about to let them know this is no bullshit.
Better get done by the inaugural.
But when you say all hell will
Before
be
I
paid,
take
that all hell must be paid if they don't release the hostages.
Well, do I have to define it for you? All
No, I know
hell
you're not
will
gonna
break out.
telegraph
If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And if
Listen up. That there's freedom, Mark. That there's a free man talking. He's like, what? He's like, what? Do I have to explain it for you? He's like, listen, if this ain't done by the time I get there, listen, I already told you, when Trump get in office, daddy's home, man. That's why everybody mad. Nobody don't like when daddy called from the phone and say, listen, if you don't clean up that damn room, by the time I pull in that damn in front of that building, it's going to be hell in that house. They hang up, the kids hang up the phone like, oh, God damn it. And they mad as hell because daddy's home. Daddy's home. He ain't with the shits, man. He letting you know what's what.
will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is. And they should have given him back a long time. They should have never taken him. There should have never been the attack of October 7th. People forget that. But there was, and many people are killed. They're no longer hostages. I have people from Israel and others calling, begging me to get, we had also people there from the United States, just so you know. They're holding some so-called hostages from the U.S. But I've had mothers come to me and fathers crying, can I get the body of their son back? Can I get the body of their daughter back? That beautiful girl where they threw her in the car, pulled her by her ponytail and threw her in the car like she was a sack of potatoes. I said, what happened to her? Sir, she's dead. Like a 19, 20-year-old beautiful girl. And the way they treated her. And I just say it this very simply. Steve's got a job to do. He's a great guy, great negotiator, great person. They respect him over there already. It's what we needed over there. We have people that know everything about the Middle East, but they can't speak properly. They don't know. He's a great negotiator. That's what I needed. I could have sent that gentleman right over there, Hussein. He's a great negotiator. There are people, they're rare. Great negotiators are very rare, like a great surgeon. But we have the right person. But I tell this, I don't want to hurt the negotiation. If the deal isn't done before I take office, which is now going to be 2 weeks, all hell will break out.
He said 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks I'm going to be in there with my finger on the button. And if you're ain't playing ball, like how I say to play ball, it's going to be a problem. And it's just business. It's not personal. It's just business. Akim, you're on the brink of, the intro of the Third World War. We're right there with it. We are right there with it. This last week, on the 1st of January 2025, the deal, the arrangement that Ukraine and Russia had to supply gas and oil to different parts of Europe and a lot of EU countries expired. And Ukraine is in no position right now. They don't want to renew nothing with Russia. They're trying to use that to flex. So, certain countries around are being affected by not being able to get gas in the middle of winter. How long you think they're going to last before somebody starts sliding somewhere? How long you think that's going to last? They're trying to overthrow Maduro right now still, till this day in Venezuela. They're destabilizing the Caribbean. Trinidad just declared a state of emergency last week, Monday. State of emergency. Police and soldiers could come and search your house without a warrant, could detain you for 48 hours if they want to. And Trump just said, in 15 days or whatever, 2 weeks, just a little bit under 2 weeks, if certain things don't go his way, by the time he take office, it's going to be a problem. If you're not in the Israelite school or I.S.U.P.K, my heart goes out to you. Because your whoever is in charge of you, your leader, I know who is in charge of me. I know who runs this ship that I'm a part of. And they're going to make sure I'm prepared. I'm going to get my orders and I'm going to carry them out and pass them down so that those who serve Christ are prepared. And those who don't, Lord be with you. Keep reading out.
Verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
All these were created for vengeance. Fire and hail and famine and death. That's going on right now. Trump just said what? They should not took them in the first place. Not according to God. God wanted it to happen because it's bringing forth the judgment that he wants. The same people you don't want saved, Christ is coming back for that. Just like Trump has an ultimatum, Jesus Christ has an ultimatum. You just ain't going to listen. So when he comes back, all hell will break loose. You think hell going to break loose with you. When that nigga come from the sky, it's going to be horrible. Weeping and moaning and gnashing of teeth. Get the Lord a hand. Get the Lord a hand for that. Get the point? Keep reading.
Verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
That's what's going on right now. The fire and the hail and the famine. That's what's going on. How much recalls they having. Imagine all these recalls they having and shortages, and then some virus coming in from the east. You got norovirus now. You got, RSV, COVID-19, and some other thing. They say it's the quad, or is that new virus making it the quad? Which one? Anybody knows for sure? Is the COVID, the RSV, the norovirus, and I think that new one is the fourth one. That's what they're saying is a quademic, because it's 4 different viruses coming through, and they say that new one is something else. That new one, that hand sanitizer ain't gonna work for you. You better have running water, hot running water, and soap. Because they say that new one, ain't no hand sanitizer and all that shit working. That shit getting spread still. You're gonna have to be what? Extremely clean, which is what Israelite law. Washing your hands, quarantining, 7 days. You shall be unclean until the evening, unclean until 7 days. Somehow the Lord is making everybody go back and obey his laws. Look at that. Look at y'all. Look at y'all now. You're going to go right back and obey God's laws. Keep going.
Verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment. And
they shall what?
Rejoice in his commandment.
They shall what?
Rejoice in his commandment.
They shall what?
Rejoice in his commandment.
That's how we ought to be, man. We ought to rejoice in the Lord's commandment, man. Rejoice in the Lord's commandment. You brothers and sisters that's serving in here, serving the Most High in Christ up in here. When we get them tasks to do, man, y'all do them with fervor and vigor, man. Do them, put some venom in your step, man. Step it all the way through. All the way through. Because the angels of the Lord, them spirits that come in for destruction, they rejoice at his commandment. Oh, we gonna get to fuck some shit up? Bet. They're ready to go. And that's how you got to be, man. That's how you got to be. This type of oppression we get in could take your spirit, man, if you let it. It could douse that fire on you and make you sort of feel a type of way. Brother, you got to shake that shit off, man. You got to shake that shit off. Keep going.
And they shall be ready upon earth. When need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
They shall not transgress his word, man. When the angels get that order, they're not going backward on it. They're telling you what's what. Keep going.
Verse 32. Therefore, from the beginning, I was resolved and thought upon these things and have left them in writing.
Please, come on.
Verse 33. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season.
Right? All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in its due season. Go ahead.
Verse 34. So that a man cannot say, this is worse than that, for in time they shall all be well approved.
Right? So nobody could say this is a worse time than that, and that's a worse time than this, and this tragedy was worse than that. In due season, everything gonna be approved. In due season, then you're gonna really be able to see what is what. Listen, man, it's coming. It's coming. Last year, a few years ago, because I could tell you, I was joking. Skinny coming, skinny coming. It's coming. It's absolutely coming, brother. And you better start to obey the voice of the Lord, man. You see, when Commander John Yahanna says something, man, you hop and skip to it. You have no idea what the Lord is doing. The Lord say his ways is not like man's way. He ain't gonna meet you like a man. However, you think this thing gonna go, it ain't gonna go like that. It ain't gonna go like that. Who the hell thought, them 6 inches of snow would have did anything? The Lord. That's how weak and fragile we are as a people. Make them pipes bust. You ain't got no water in your house. So imagine that. You're stuck. You got no water. The pipes bust. In winter, all these viruses you can't clean. No hand sanitizer saving you. You need the water. And then you have a madman in the White House getting ready to get inaugurated. Brother, I don't know about, and then you have all these fools in the street, the Tesla man, the news and them saying he may have used AI to plan the whole thing. That's why they couldn't pick up on him. All the software going crazy. They just show one brother trapped in a car. The car wouldn't let him out. The car just going around in circles in a parking lot and wouldn't let him out the damn car. But you arguing about who you should follow and who got the truth, and don't worry, in time, everything gonna be approved. Go ahead and stay on the fence and wonder. Keep going.
Verse 35. And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth. And bless the name.
Go ahead. Salaki, read it one more time.
And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth. And bless the name of the Lord.
And knowing all of this, you praise the Lord with your whole heart and mouth, man. You give the Lord his just dues. You pray and you ask the Lord for mercy and to keep you in strength, and pray for your brothers and sisters, and pray for sore destruction on these heathens, man. Ask the Lord to let everything loose, man. Let it loose on them all because they deserve it. They earned it. Now is our time to start to build our nation, man. I'm telling you, I watched that Jimmy Carter thing, brother. That dead man got honor. Living men should be getting right now. That dead man got so much honor in cold weather. No complaints. Nobody what? The horses can't even stand on the street. The horses standing straight up and they can't even keep their hoofs on the ground. It's so goddamn cold. I'm watching them. They're just there. And they're not marching on spot like they normally do. It's an uncomfortable lifting of the hoof. An absolute uncomfortable lifting of that hoof. You make sure you stand with the Lord in this time, man. Don't be on the fence at all. The Lord is absolutely going to tear this place apart. And it's going to be a movie like how Jake say. It's going to be something phenomenal. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shapat Tayat.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We at I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. New rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. After the 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will be the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, Purim, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Thursday the 13th of March, and Friday the 14th of March 2025. You can find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. It's like, also we have the Lord's 56th annual Passover coming up in Atlanta, Georgia on April the 12th. That'll be the week of April the 12th, that Saturday. Make sure you get all your hotel arrangements together, book your travel arrangements, book your hotels, and save up about $200 for your Passover fee. Salaki says, anything else you want to add?
We had General Hyman coming down to the DMV January 23rd. We're going to be in Baltimore School on Thursday, January 23rd, 7 p.m. You'll make your arrangements. You just get it doing. I believe there's a very high chance you might do a class in DC on that Wednesday as well. So if you can't make it up to Baltimore, you could probably do it in DC as well. You'll rock it out, share that commercial. Let everybody know he's going to be in this area. If you need counsel, he's going to be in there. There's a top counselor in the school. He's going to be in the area. Bring all your problems, all your issues. Let's schedule it now. You could just contact me. Let me know what you need, and I'll put you down on the list. Send it to him so you could get your counsels together. Whether it's the trespass counsels, you could do that right now. If you need marriage counsel, personal counsel, and anything, he's going to be in the area in 2 weeks, and he's going to be able to bring that same week with that inauguration. He's going to be down here, right there. All right. I think that's about it. Anything else going on? That's it, right? Just Passover, right?
Come car,
all right, go ahead, Shapat.
Come car, sir. And check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black hairband, and scarf. And with that, I say I-mighty, which means to stand.
You just do the salutes, all right, Shapat?
Come car, sir. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Madin Shabbat, Mayim, Barak, Yahanna, Shimi, Al-Shabbat,
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak Thumb.
Yadi Matah, Class and Smith.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Shalom, Israel. This January 23rd, 12 Shield General Hyman will be in Baltimore conducting the scripture breakdown class. That's right, he will be in Baltimore, Maryland, 3430 Eastern Avenue. 3430 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, conducting the scripture breakdown class. Come out with all your questions. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Shalom, Israel. This January 23rd, 12 Shield General Hyman will be in Baltimore conducting the scripture breakdown class. That's right, he will be in Baltimore, Maryland, 3430 Eastern Avenue. 3430 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, conducting the scripture breakdown class. Come out with all your questions. Shalom.
Chicago did it.
something to eat. I got some change for you. Go on real quick.